And we're back. Oh. Okay, number 13. How do you feel about YouTube? I feel like it's the same question we've asked 3 times. But you haven't answered the question.
I know.
Because you don't care.
Because it's not my thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other day, I'm doing this photo challenge thing that I think Tanya tagged me in on Instagram. And one of the things was hobbies. And I'm like, is that YouTube? Can that be a hobby? Because I don't have hobbies.
Like, I never think to look stuff up on YouTube.
And that's usually my go-to for everything. Okay. Here's the same question. Do you think I'm a different person?
Than?
Before. 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to the
Right.
whole
There's been a lot of
losing
changes
weight
over the last
and having
5
a
years.
baby. You're having my
I will
baby.
say, she really had, even though I said that Sarah never lacked confidence, and she did not lack confidence. God, I got man hands too.
You do have man hands.
She did not lack confidence. However, she really had gotten to a point where she was unhappy with herself.
Yeah, it was bad.
And that was different because I wasn't used to that. So, although now she's harder on herself, even than maybe she would have been then, she's still not in that state where she was.
Yeah, I'm not unhappy with where I'm at, but I'm unhappy because I've been...
You're unhappy
I know
because
that I
you're
can
not
be,
where you were. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I've been in a different area. Like if I'd have just lost weight and gotten to this point, I'd be like, this is awesome. But because I was like 50 pounds lighter at one point, I'm like, my life sucks. And I would have sing it. I would have definitely sing it just like that.
And
Sung
do.
it just like that. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Okay. Do you worry I will gain all my weight back?
No.
Oh, do you think I will have plastic surgery? If I don't lose more weight, I will not have plastic surgery. Although I do worry if we have more kids that my body's going to be even more jacked up than it is right now. Because my shape's not different, but I'm different. My body's just different. Like where I gained weight, I really worry about that. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you had a kid, something you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally changes,
Yeah.
which is odd because you can be the same size, but no, it changes
yeah.
the shape of your body.
Because when I weighed this before, I didn't look this big.
Yeah, you always talk about that. You wear different clothes. or
I
whatever.
wear different clothes, a different size and everything, yeah.
I kind of don't think Sarah will have plastics. I just think there's a lot. She will probably go back to work if she ends up having more kids and they get big enough and they go to school. She'll go back to work, but it's just a lot, and I don't know at what point they would be in a position where that would be feasible economically or with time. And I think that she would need to feel like she needed it before she made the decision to do that. So,
And I've been lucky enough not to have a lot of like body rashes and issues that some people have. I mean, and I have saggy skin, but
I think that's one benefit to have gaining a little bit of weight back.
Yeah, probably.
When she was really small, it really, really bothered her.
Mm-hmm. I was actually more unconfident in my body then than I am now. Yeah.
Yes, and I think she would have been more likely to feel like she needed it then.
Yeah. How do you think my shopping and spending money? I guess because a lot of people think that's a transfer addiction.
I'm for it.
Well, I think at one time it was rough, but I don't do that anymore because I can't afford it.
Yes, no, she definitely did that. You mean go from food to buying stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for sure. And it was really funny.
That's probably why I can't lose the weight, because I'm back on the food because I can't buy anything. It is a weird place to be in because I knew this about myself, but when I first came out, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be you're answering the question.
Can you make it not so hot?
Yeah. When I first started, it is hot, isn't it? When I first started losing weight, what is that doing? There it goes. When I first started losing weight, that's not the question. That's not what I was going to say. Oh yeah, when I right out of surgery and I still had a job, I totally didn't care how much the healthy stuff cost. I was going to buy it or purchase it, and and I talk about this all the time. I'm in this weird state of not knowing. Maybe we should just roll the windows down.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know.
It's freaking out.
I'm in this weird state of needing to. I don't know how to make this.
Turn your car off.
Off. It's just gonna be hot.
No, it was shaking. It was freaking me out.
I'm in this weird state of now. I talk about this all the time about spending money on the healthier things or things that I know would help me on my journey versus saving money and just getting stuff for everybody. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at now. And before I didn't care. But now I'm cheap, so I'm always thinking, what can I get for this price?
That will feed
everybody. Yeah. So even though we don't have we still don't do a lot of convenient stuff, which sometimes convenient stuff is cheap and more expensive.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. What's your best advice for somebody has a BFF having surgery?
I think you have to just be available. Because even if you don't understand, because it's not something you've been through, so you can't relate, so you can't be like, oh yeah, I know, I'm sorry, I can't eat a cheeseburger either. Nobody wants to hear that. I think you just have to be there to listen and offer support when you need to offer support, and I guess that's it.
I think that's good. And I've talked about this before also, but this journey has definitely been a struggle for, even now with my family. They still don't always 100% understand what I can and can't eat, and it is quite humorous. And my husband does pretty good. And it's so funny because the first time I made this video, I talked about this too. But like, my surgery is Wednesday, and he was telling me how he thought I should celebrate, which was going to the local sandwich shop and getting. He was wanting me to get a salad there, but still, that's just, we celebrate everything with food. And I've actually grown from that. I don't do that as much. But saying all of that, Brianna has been the one person that has always been really supportive and on track and with me pretty much with any decision I made since weight loss surgery. And not that I was expecting everybody to change their eating habits, because I wasn't, and you didn't have to do that either, but I just think that she took it serious and she listened to me, and I needed that. You guys got it, but you're not with me every day. So I think that it's really important to find somebody in your personal life who can, even if they're not going to make the changes with you, at least support your decisions. I think that's important. Okay, that was actually the last question, but I'm going to ask you this one. I'm going to answer this one on my own when I answer my own Q&A, but somebody asked me this and I thought was good, because I think this could
so you're not doing it now? It's going to be separate?
Yeah, I'm going to ask.
I'm answering this?
You're answering this. The question was, if Oz could learn one lesson from your journey about health, fitness, food, or otherwise, what would it be? What do you think that would be?
I think that you would instill in him moderation in choices. I don't think you would ever want him to be like sand sugar, or like, no, you can never experience this. But I think it would be, yes, you can try that, but it's not something you're going to have every day.
Yeah.
You can do that if you eat something good first. I just think that it would be always make good choices.
And I actually really struggle with that because he is such a terrible eater. And I'm sure some of that is my fault. But at some point when you have a kid that's not a great eater, you just want him to eat something. So, but yeah, I'm going to answer that. Not right now. I'm going to do a different video about that. But I just wondered what you thought.
I want to know what your answer is.
You want to know what my answer is? My answer probably would be, because I've thought about this, that everybody's journey is different, and I just want him to just try to make good choices. And
oh my gosh, that's what I said.
I know. I just want him to make good choices, and I don't want him to. I hope he doesn't struggle. Ed and I both are overweight, But unfortunately, though, that's probably not going to be in his favor. I just want him to try to make good decisions and learn what is healthiest for his body. Because I think everybody's journey is so different, and I don't think it's cookie cutter. But I want him to, I just hope he learns to make good choices and to know that he has the option to make healthy choices with diet and exercise and everything. Really? Anyways, I think Gretchen asked me that question, and what was her answer? Because she told me what hers was. No, I can't even remember. Oh, I think it was that moving her body every day wasn't, it didn't have to be, it was something for fun. It didn't have to be.
Oh, that's
running.
good, because I'm bad about that myself, to not want to count any kind of movement. But like, I made myself Friday, because I've got this thing going at work where we had to make a health goal for 4 weeks, and golly, Bill,
Man hands.
my health goal was to run walk 15 to 20 miles a week. Well, I was gone all last week out of town for work, and I flew back home, and Friday I wanted to stay home with my kids, so I just was with my kids all day long. And then Friday night before going to bed, I think it was Friday night, anyway, my daughter ended up wanting to do Just Dance 4. Well, we did that for 30-45 minutes, and I thought,
you can work up a sweat that way.
yeah, I mean, that was, so I totally counted that as part of my minutes, but I didn't get my miles. But anyway.
Yeah. And I think, and of course I've had to learn that after having Oz. I try to count different things as moving my body, because I don't always have time to go for a walk.
I think as a mom, that's very important to be able to incorporate into stuff, even if it's like, I do it at stupid times. I'm in a lot of meetings.
Yeah, I totally
And they
like
make
do
fun of
squats
me.
and stuff.
I do
while
too. I stand up in the
pushing
back
on the
of the room
swing,
in
yeah.
meetings and do squats and
Yeah.
lunges and like calf things. And my boss makes fun of me, but I don't care.
Okay, is there anything else you need to say?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay, we'll see y'all later. Bye.